Hello students, welcome to Ham Academy official YouTube channel. In this video, I will teach you about the basic concept of Coulomb's law. But before I start the video, let you introduce myself. I am Aftab Alam, Faculty of Physics at Ham Academy Jagdalpur, having more than 6 year experience in the field of board JEE and NEET. So let us start the video. Actually, this topic comes under the chapter Electric Field and Force of class 12th syllabus, which is very important. That's why I am including this topic now. So start the concept of Coulomb's law. Actually, what is Coulomb's law? As you know about the basic particle of any body, that means charge. We know very well about the charge. So from this topic you can find the electrostatic force between two charges. How? Let's say, suppose there are two charges here, Q1 is one charge and Q2 is another charge. If there are two charges are separated by a very small distance, say small r, this is the small distance. So when two charges are separated by a very small distance, so you can find the electrostatic force. This is Coulomb's law. So how we can calculate the electrostatic force? There are two types of equations. First equation is given here. The electrostatic force is directly proportional to the multiplication of both charges, that means Q1 and Q2. This is the first equation. And the another equation is the electrostatic force is inversely proportional to the square between the charges, square of the distance between the charges. So this is the equation number second. So these two equations are very important to calculate the force between two charges. When we combine these two equations, then the formula is F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square, where Q1 is the magnitude of first charge, Q2 is the magnitude of second charge, and R is the distance between both charges. Here K is also a constant. K is also a constant, so the value of K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay. Here epsilon naught is called permittivity of free space. This is called permittivity of free space. And the value of complete K is 9 into 10 to the power 9. This is the value of 9. So you can put 9 into 10 to the power 9 in the place of K. And the unit of K is Newton meter square upon Coulomb square. Okay. So this is the unit. So I think you prepared the basic concept. That means we can calculate the force between two charges. This is called Coulomb's law. We can also calculate the Coulomb's law in the vector form, because we know that force is the vector quantity. It has magnitude as well as directions. So when we calculate the force in vector form, so let's say Q2 is stationary. Okay, if Q2 is stationary, then Q1 will try to push these charges if both are in the same nature. Okay, so the force on charge 2 we can write here F21, means the force on 2 due to 1 is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. This is the magnitude, and the direction is R cap. Okay, so this is the direction. Similarly, we can also mention if Q1 is stationary, then Q2 will apply a force, either repel or attract. So the force is equal to F12 vector is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. This is the magnitude, and R21 cap, this is the direction. So these we can also write the Coulomb's law in vector form. Now let's see what is the principle of superposition. Actually, principle of superposition means when more than two charges are available, then many of charges will apply the same electrostatic force on each other. So, from this topic, principle of superposition, we can calculate the resultant force of electrostatic. Suppose there are many charges, let's say Q naught, next one is Q1, Q2 and Qn. So Q1 will also apply the electrostatic force on Q naught, Q2 is also apply the electrostatic force on Q naught, and Q1 is also apply the electrostatic force on Q naught. So the resultant force is equal to K Q naught Q1 upon R1 square. The R1 is the distance between Q naught and Q1, plus K Q naught Q2 upon R2 square, plus K Q naught Qi upon Ra square, where I is the nth or ith number of charges. So this is the principle of superposition of electrostatics charges. Next, we will see some important points regarding Coulomb's law one by one. So first important point is that the law is based on physical observations and is not logically derivable from any other concept. Next point is this law looks like gravitational law because we know the formula of gravitational law. F is equal to capital G m1 m2 upon r square in class 11. So this is also similar to F K Q1 Q2 upon r square. But in the case of electrostatic force, the value of electrostatic force is very high. So we can write here electrostatic force is very greater than gravitational force. Next, the force is conservative. The force is conservative, that is work done in moving a point charge once round a closed path under the action the Coulomb's law of force is 0. Okay, so this is called conservative of force. Next, when we find the force in air, then the formula is F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. But when we calculate the Coulomb's law under the medium, then of course the formula of force is F dash is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. Okay, epsilon is the permittivity of a medium, not in free space. So when we divide both equations, we will get F upon F dash is equal to epsilon upon epsilon naught, that means K. So this is the value of K. K is the dielectric constant also, and the ratio of force in air and the force in medium. Similarly, when we see the next important points, first one is dielectric constant. So the name of the case dielectric constant. Dielectric constant of a medium is numerically equal to the ratio of the force on 2 point charges in free space to that in medium up to infinity. So these are the basic important points related to Coulomb's law. Now we will see the example based on the Coulomb's law. Here, see the question. If the distance between two equal point charges, means the point charges of equal in magnitude, is doubled and their individual charge are also double, what would happen to the force between them? Okay, so from the first condition, the force formula F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q and Q, because both charges are equal, upon R square. This is the first condition. Now just double the charge, means 2Q and also double the distance to R square. This is the force in the second condition. And now when we will divide, then of course we will find the F dash is equal to F, means the force will remains the same. So this is the question based on the Coulomb's law, and I hope you will learn about the Coulomb's law of electrostatic If you have any type of doubt, please write the comment in